We live in challenging times, where the pace of life seems to be accelerating and responsibilities pile up like a mountain to be climbed. Often we find ourselves struggling to find motivation, as if we are trapped in an endless cycle of obligations. In the rush of everyday life, it is common to feel demotivated, as if our energy is draining away. Have you ever felt this way? Have you ever wondered how you can find purpose amidst the chaos? These moments of uncertainty can leave us feeling lost, without direction. And when we look around us, it is easy to see that we are not alone in this struggle. The pressure of expectations, constant comparisons, and even personal challenges can create a burden that seems impossible to bear. But even in the darkest hours, there is a light that can guide us back to the path of motivation and hope. Today, I want to invite you to explore the idea that true strength does not come solely from within ourselves, but from something much greater. There is a power available to all of us, a force that can revitalize us and remind us of the purpose we hold. The message I bring today is an opportunity to reconnect with that source of internal motivation, which can transform not only your perspective, but also your life. Prepare yourself for a journey of reflection and encouragement. Together, let's discover how we can access this strength, allowing it to guide us in moments of doubt and propel us forward. What you will find here may be the key to renewing your spirit and filling your heart with hope. In moments of discouragement and confusion, it is essential to seek an anchor that keeps us steady. Life can be a storm, filled with challenges that seem greater than us. It is in these moments that we remember the importance of reconnecting with our source of inner strength. Often this strength is found in our faith, and a passage that brings us this powerful message is found in the book of Psalms. The passage states, "The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and I am helped." Psalms chapter 27, verse 1. This quote reminds us that even in the most complicated situations, we can find support and security in something that transcends our limitations. The psalmist teaches us that trusting in this strength provides us with a sense of protection and assistance. When we face moments of insecurity, it is natural to feel fragile and vulnerable. However, by directing our trust towards something greater than ourselves, we can experience a peace that goes beyond understanding. In today's world, when pressure and expectations seem relentless, this message is more relevant than ever. The uncertainties of life, such as personal, financial, or emotional crises, can leave us feeling lost. However, by remembering that there is a strength that sustains us, we can find the courage to face whatever comes our way. Surrendering and trusting in something greater can help us see beyond obstacles and perceive new possibilities. Therefore, when we encounter challenges, may we remember the strength available to us. This strength not only helps us overcome difficulties, but also encourages us to keep moving forward, even when the path seems uncertain. Let us allow ourselves to trust and rest in this support, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. The message from this passage is clear. True strength lies in knowing that, even when we feel weak, we have a shield that protects us and a help that guides us. May we always seek this strength in our journey, allowing it to renew us each day. Trust and surrender are fundamental principles that can transform our lives in deep and meaningful ways. When we talk about trust, we are not only referring to believing in something or someone. It involves a conscious act of surrender, letting go of control and allowing something greater to guide us. This surrender can be a significant challenge, especially in a world where we are constantly encouraged to be self-sufficient and keep everything under control. Imagine for a moment the weight we carry when we try to handle everything on our own. This pressure can emotionally drain us and leave us even more unmotivated. On the other hand, when we choose to trust and hand over our worries to something greater, we experience a sense of liberation. This shift in perspective allows us to view challenges in a new light, as opportunities for learning and growth. To apply this principle in your daily life, start with small practices of gratitude. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. This not only shifts your mind's focus, but also opens space for you to see the workings of something greater in your life. Another powerful practice is to pause and take deep breaths in moments of stress. By doing this, you can recite a phrase of trust or an affirmation that resonates with your heart, such as, "I trust that everything will unfold as it should." This simple practice can help restore calm and clarity amid chaos. Moreover, it is important to remember that surrender does not mean passivity. It is an invitation to act with courage, even when we do not have all the answers. When we allow ourselves to trust, we open the doors to new possibilities and solutions that previously seemed invisible. Life is full of ups and downs, but cultivating trust can be the anchor that keeps us steady in stormy times. Surrender and trust are not just spiritual concepts. They are practical tools we can use to navigate the complexities of modern life. By allowing ourselves to trust and surrender our struggles, we not only find new motivation, but also connect to a source of strength that accompanies us every step of the way. In summary, by trusting and surrendering, we can experience an internal transformation that empowers us to live with more lightness and faith. The parable I want to share with you today is about a farmer and his seeds, which offers a profound reflection on trust and surrender. In this story, a farmer went out to sow his seeds. Some grains fell along the path, others on rocky ground, some among thorns, and a portion fell on good soil, where they produced an abundant harvest. This narrative teaches us that each seed needs the right conditions to grow and bear fruit. Often we face difficulties that can be compared to seeds falling on rocky soil or among thorns. The distractions of modern life, external pressures, and internal insecurities can hinder our growth. But just as the farmer sows his seeds without knowing exactly where each one will thrive, we are also invited to trust the process, even when the results are not immediate. One of the most surprising lessons from this parable is that the farmer does not give up on sowing, regardless of the circumstances. He keeps casting his seeds, believing that somewhere they will find fertile ground. This prompts us to reflect on how many times we have refrained from trying, from taking risks, or from trusting in something greater out of fear of failure. It's easy to feel discouraged in the face of challenges, but perseverance is a virtue that helps us discover new opportunities. When we look at our lives, we might ask ourselves, am I sowing with faith even when I don't see immediate results? This parable teaches us that the harvest may not be visible right away, but the trust in sowing, in acting, in surrendering, and in believing is what truly matters. By focusing on what we can control, like our attitudes and decisions, and leaving the rest in the hands of something greater, we find the real motivation to keep going. The passage that echoes this idea is found in Matthew chapter 13, verse 8. But others fell on good soil and yielded fruit, 100-fold, 60-fold, and 30-fold. This message serves as a reminder that even in difficult times, surrender and trust can lead us to an abundant harvest. Let us believe that by continuing to sow with hope, we are cultivating the soil of our lives for a future full of possibilities. It was a morning like any other, but something inside me felt different. I had woken up with a weight on my chest, an unease that seemed to follow me for the past few months. The responsibilities of work, the expectations of family, and the pressure to be someone successful were crushing me. I looked at myself in the mirror, and for a moment, I didn't recognize the person staring back at me. Insecurities began to pile up like dark clouds in a clear sky. After a tiring day, I sat on the couch and thought about everything I had faced. How did I make it this far? I wondered, as tears streamed down my face. The feeling of being lost was overwhelming. But in that moment, something inside me awakened. I remembered a time when I had faced similar challenges and how, even when everything seemed hopeless, a small spark of faith had guided me. I decided to grab my journal, a place where I used to record my thoughts and reflections. As I flipped through the pages, I found a phrase I had written long ago. Surrender is the key to peace. This phrase resonated in my heart. I realized I had tried to control everything around me, but I had forgotten to surrender my worries. With a deep sigh, I decided it was time to let go. It's okay not to have all the answers, I thought. That night, I offered a sincere prayer. I asked for strength to move forward and, more importantly, to trust the process. When I finished, I felt a sense of relief. My worries didn't disappear overnight, but the feeling of not being alone brought me new energy. I remembered that often, life teaches us to trust and surrender, even when we don't understand the path ahead. The lesson I took from that day was clear. In moments of weakness, we can find unexplored strengths within us when we allow something greater to guide us. Sometimes all we need is a moment of honesty with ourselves and the courage to let go of control, allowing faith to lead us. This transformative experience reminded me that even in life's storms, there is a purpose and a strength that can sustain us. Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your lungs, bringing a sense of calm. Now, think about your own source of motivation. What truly makes you feel alive? What are the moments when you felt most connected to your inner strength? Imagine yourself in front of a large field where you can sow your hopes and wishes. Ask yourself, what seeds would I like to plant today? It may be a dream, a goal, or even a desire for inner peace. Visualize those seeds being placed in the fertile soil of your faith. And now take a moment to reflect. What obstacles do I need to overcome for these seeds to grow? Remember, you don't have to face this alone. There is a greater strength by your side. As you open your eyes, carry with you the certainty that, just like the farmer who sows without fear, you can also trust the process and the harvest that will come. This surrender brings renewal and motivation to the soul. Lord, at this moment, I come to you with an open heart, bringing all that I am and all that I feel. I recognize that often I carry a weight that does not belong to me. Amid the pressures and uncertainties, I confess that sometimes I feel lost and unmotivated. It's easy to forget that true strength and motivation come from you. Therefore, I want to surrender my worries, fears, and insecurities to you. Help me to let go of the reins of control and trust in your plan, even when I cannot see the path ahead. I thank you, Lord, for every small moment of strength that has been granted to me, for all the victories, even the most subtle ones, that have reminded me I am not alone. I am grateful for the people around me who support and inspire me to keep going. Thank you for reminding me that surrender is the key to peace and that I can rest knowing there is something greater taking care of me. I ask at this moment that you help me overcome the challenges that lie ahead. Give me the courage to face what seems insurmountable and the clarity to see the opportunities that arise amidst difficulties. May I remember that, just like the farmer who sows his seeds, I too can trust the process and the harvest that will come. Help me cultivate a grateful heart and a spirit that does not give up, even in the face of adversity. Lord, please wrap me in your strength and protection. May I feel your presence in every step of my journey, knowing that the motivation for my soul comes from understanding that I am never alone. May my faith be renewed, and may I continue seeking your guidance in every decision I need to make. We have reached the end of our reflection today, and it's time to remember that trust and surrender are the keys to accessing the true strength that resides within us. As we face challenges, it is essential to remember that we are not alone. The message we explored today teaches us that even in the toughest times, we can find motivation for our souls by reconnecting with something greater. Each of us has the capacity to sow hope and reap rewards, even when the results are not immediate. May you leave here today with the certainty that the strength you seek is already within you, ready to be awakened. Allow faith and trust to guide your steps, bringing renewal each day. May you feel the enveloping and transformative strength that can illuminate your path. If this message resonated with you, please subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share your experience in the comments. How about reflecting? What seed do you wish to plant in your life right now? I look forward to reading your responses and together creating a space of encouragement and motivation.